Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Malachi Cowtipper, going to bring you another game of StarCraft 2, and tonight my opponent is Beeg. So, he's going to be begging for mercy by the time I am done with him, and again, this is a recast. I'm sorry about the delay in getting games out to you guys, but apparent headset microphone issues, and those are no longer a problem. I now know what's going on, and my drones know that they like to do 3-drone split. Very effective way to just slightly enhance your overall early mining potential, and something else that you can do. Set your rally point if you really want to be, elite gamer, to a mineral patch that there is not a worker on, because that's just going to make you feel so cool when you can have a worker on each individual mineral patch early in the game. And obviously, I'm not elite gamer because I'm going to make this guy go over here and start mining on his own patch. So, I guess I just suck. But Beeg will be the red Terran in the lower left-hand corner of Xel'Naga Caverns, versus me, Malachi Cowtip, with the blue Zerg in the upper right-hand corner. And we're going to see some really awesome, fairly standard early gameplay going down right here. We can see the supply depot going down. I'm really not sure why it was decided that this was the position to put down that early supply depot. It must simply have to do with, the least amount of space that you have to migrate over your SCV to build the supply depot so it can go down as quickly as possible is the only thing I can possibly think of. Because you'll build it, and then you'll instantly sink it so you can mine your gas faster. And I never really thought about that, but that's probably got to be the reason why. So, both of us are going to be getting in the early game scout, and I'm actually kind of happy to see that the barracks is being built back here. I'm going to try to do a little SCV harass, but Terran, they're getting really used to that. Well, they're just pulling SCV off and start attacking you, and I think that's just kind of the accepted way that it has to be right now when it comes to, upper level ladder games. And he's patrolling his SCV down here to stop my expansion. And over here, I decided to go for a 14 pool, 14 gas build. Excuse me, I've been eating pizza and drinking Coke all night. It's delicious. And my golden retrievers are begging, and I really do not understand the point of this. I mean, guys, there's whatever benefit you gain from killing my one SCV, why bother sacrificing that precious early game, mining time? I mean, those are timings that, sometimes they might seem small, but it just seems weird that you would pull all your SCVs to try to kill one drone when it wasn't even a good pull. You need to be like, oh, I'm going to pull down here and surround you and be like, haha, screw you, you can't scout, jackass. And just continuing to going back to this right now, if we take a look at the income tab, I'm ahead of him by 2 harvesters, which is usually a little rare when you get early in the game like this, just because we have to start sacrificing drones to, kind of get our buildings up and ready. And if we go back to the production tab, I have speed on the way, a queen, 2 units of zerglings just to get some scout action, and basically to hopefully send this SCV into oblivion. Brandy, go lay down. You're a good girl, but you have to go lay down. You can't have any pizza. I got you a frickin' mammoth bone. They're delicious. You should go eat your bone. Don't growl at me, you skank. Anyway, I'm sorry about talking bad to the dog. I really do love my golden retrievers. They are the best. And going over to this... No, Brandy, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. I'm really sorry about the continuous interruptions. She keeps scratching my leg. She feels that she's entitled to some of my pizza crust, and it's probably my fault for spoiling the 2 dogs rotten. I really do love them to death, and it's hard for me not to spoil them. And right here, trying to get into his base, I want to be able to scout him, and he's just putting 1 or 2 Marines up here, not willing off and denying me that scout, building his factory way in the back. I really like that play, and that's definitely why he decided to get the 2 early gas. As a tech lab over here, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did a switch from the factory to the tech lab to start producing some heavier units, go straight into siege tanks, and just fall into, a Marine tank build. And microing away my weak Zergling, so elite gamer right now. I don't know why I keep saying elite gamer. I just feel so cool when you do something like that where it's 1 Marine and he starts attacking something, you pull back, a Zergling, and, you manage to kill one of his units without losing any of yours, and then they're like, oh my god, he's so cool, he just totally microed his units, and you're like, that's right, I just microed my units, what up? And seeing this Marine out over here, I'm going to be sending my speedlings back. I've got 2 more over here, a drone that's just kind of chilling, not really doing anything, and I'm throwing down a Roach Warren. My reason for the Roach Warren was I saw the factory, and, I just kind of assumed that I would be running into some Hellions of some sort, because the factory was there. It's just very common. even if you don't plan on committing to them, to build a few Hellions and just see what you can accomplish while doing that. Both of us, 18 to 19 as far as the Harvester count goes, and there goes a Hellion, there goes the Pre-Igniter, so my instincts were definitely right when it came to that. I'm actually sending out a big group of Zerglings right now, and I'm pretty sure, I did play this game a few days ago, I'm pretty sure I actually decided that I was going to try to go for an Eco Bangling bust on these guys, and if you're gonna do this, like running up here, I saw the two factories, I'm like, oh well, maybe, I can get a few Banglings out and he'll only have one or two Hellions, and maybe I can micro him with my Zerglings and save these Banglings and go and blow everything up. And the Hellion coming out right here, he's just gonna be like, oh, I'm a Hellion, guys. And he's gonna start roasting everything, it's ridiculous. And not really able to get off any decent hits on the Hellion right there. With the bunker over here, this is a real bad decision on my part, where I decided I'm going to run my Banglings all the way around over here. I'm going to run my Zerglings back over here with no apparent course of action. And I'm going to manage to blow up that bunker and kill a few of the Marines that are in there. But the attack just... I'm not really sure if it was quite worth my time to go ahead and do that attack. But on the flip side, I was droning while he was doing that. He will have to rebuild the bunker. He did lose all of those Marines, maybe one or two SCVs. So... if anything, it put the fear of God in him, and he'll probably wall off every other game. And, oh, your puppy's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. I love my puppies. And I've also decided that I'm going to attack the lair. I'm throwing down another gas right here. And what I've been doing lately, and by lately I mean within the last 2 days, is when I decide to go to lair, right before I do my lair, I'll throw down my second extractor, and then as I go lair, I'll use... some larva and start getting that second gas, because you want your second gas up and running before your lair is done. Then you can get your third over here, because as you see, I'm trying desperately to transition into a Mutiling build, but then I've realized that, hey, I haven't gotten any gas, and these Hellions right now, their Pre-Igniter's done. These things are what death on wheels when it comes to Zerglings. There's 3 of them. Critical mass. That blue flame is just like face raping everything. These Zerglings will not be able to hold off the Hellions for long. I need to migrate these drones really, really badly away from the space, because they are just going to die, and I need to try to use my queen to block off my ramp, and I'm not doing it. Oh, crap. That is not good. The roach is coming out right in time, and oh god, freaking Hellions just so fast, and my drones are all just bunched up, just getting raped. Oh my god. If the people from Law & Order for you right here were here right now, they would be shitting their pants. 24 to 17. So he managed to kill 7 workers right there, completely balancing the score, and those Hellions more than paid for himself. In fact, they were so effective, he's going to do more of them. And they're already on their way, coming straight to my base, Pre-Igniters in hand, that nasty little blue flame. And because I do not have creeps spread out over here, my spine crawlers are terribly out of position. They need to be right here. I should have an Evo chamber here, because I should have been spreading creep. In fact, my roaches should be back here. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. I'm thinking, oh, well, if he tries to come through, I'll be able to kill him with my spine crawlers, and I need roaches down here. But as we can see, he's going to get in, and he's just going to, rape, oh, God. He's just going to continue. My roaches are too slow. And he's going to get in there. There's 41 health. The queen, you cannot hope to kill him in time. He is just death on wheels. Oh my god. Little bastard. Touching my drones. Fuck. Anyway, take a look at this. He's expanding behind the pressure. He's now transitioning into Thors. He has 2 Thors on the field. And what I'd really like to see him do is just get 2 or 3 Thors, pump out some Marines, and just go for an attack, continue the pressure, because even though he managed to kill a lot of my drones, I'm already up to 30, I'm already just bouncing right back, and basically right now I am droning very, very hard, because actually my Overlord hasn't told me that he's expanding, so my only response to this is if he's going to come in again with Hellions, that I'll be ready this time. I have roaches over here, my spines are in a better position than they were beforehand, and I'm going to get some Zerglings and some Banglings, and hope that if he attacks, I'll have enough just to hold it off, is kind of the game plan. And scouting down here, this Ling told me that he had just expanded out to the space. I saw a few Thors down on the ground, and it actually made me feel pretty good about my position, knowing that he's going Thor, because these things are so resource heavy. But on the flip side, I really might want to consider canceling this Spire, because the fact that he's already got 4 Thors out on the field is going to make it very difficult to properly use Mutalisks against him. And I'm starting to spread my creep on out into the field, and knowing that he's going for his expansion, if he's going to transition into a macro game, what I need to do is not allow the Terran to get ahead of me economically. That is the last thing you can do as Zerg player. You need to maintain that. He's controlling the watchtowers with these brave Marines, and we can see he has +1 vehicle weapons on the way. Command center, he's building another one, and he's getting ready to take his gold expansion. Just look at these Thors. They just destroy everything. I think they look at stuff and it dies just by like their pure, utter awesomeness, and these guys are so cool. Like John Wayne, Rambo, Dirty Harry, and G.I. Joe, all in one. That's right, I'm from Wisconsin. I didn't even quote it right, but no one really cares about that. So, 42 to 30. Again, I'm still maintaining this heavy harvester lead. The army tab definitely favoring him, but it's mostly Thors. There's 6 Thors there, so all I'd need is a decent number of Lings and Roaches, and I'd actually be able to clean that up pretty easily, just because the Lings get in, they can get such an awesome surround on these Thors, and Roaches actually do pretty well against Thor when it comes to just, a direct mineral for mineral count, because Roaches are a little bit of a tankier unit, and Thors, again, they're slow, low armor for such an expensive unit. And what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm getting ready to take my expansion. Now what he's going to do is he's going to fly this command center over here to his gold, and he's more than likely just going to turn this straight into a planetary fortress. I know that's exactly what I'd do. If we go over to the production tab, I have my infestation pit down, and I'm now just starting to get pathogen glands. So, you put your paw up. You think if you put your paw up you're going to get pizza? I don't think you're going to get any pizza, though. I've already spoiled you today. But what I'm going to do, seeing that he's going these Thors, the best counter that Zerg can actually muster against Thors is honestly to get yourself some Neural Parasite action. Maybe Broodlords do really well against Thors, just because these missile attacks are actually not all that powerful against an armored unit, and they fire slow as hell. But when you infest these guys and Neural Parasite them, if he's going a heavy Thor build like this, you can bet that there's actually not going to be that many other troops on the ground just because of how resource intensive these are. And also, just going back to this, I wonder what happened to this command center, why it's so down in health. Did I miss an attack? Did I do something to it? I must have done something to it while I wasn't even paying attention. That just makes me awesome. But 48 to 36 on the harvester count. I have a beautiful level of saturation out of all the games I've shown you guys. This is one game where I can say, that's right, I did my macro properly.